Welcome Maurice, and welcome to another unboxing. Here's the box. Let's take the lid off. And we get this kind of like this paper here, which reminds me of our Grand Seiko. And I have not seen Seiko do this before, so it is a nice touch. Let's remove that. The box, the inner box now. Nice Seiko logo. Let's open her up. Some protective covering. We get soft felt-like material inside. There's the watch. It's the SSK003. Put the watch to the side for now. Here's our pillow. Squish test. So again, inside is that black felt. We get this blue trimming here. Nothing too special about the Seiko box, but I will say this Seiko box is different to the boxes I'm used to from Seiko. So it's good to see, I guess, somewhat of an upgrade. Let's put that to the side and let's get to the watch. So again, this is the SSK003, otherwise known as the Seiko 5KX GMT Batman. So it is the black and blue bezel. Let's take the stickers off. Take these bracelet stickers off. Stickers on the clasp. And the underside of the bracelet. Let's get these off. Let's see. Little sleeve for the clasp. Protective paper. Alrighty. And a tag. Let's see. Ooh, it's a bit snagged. Let's get this out. And there we go. SSK003. Alright, here's the watch. Now straight away, you can see that black and blue bezel, reminiscent of the Rolex Batman GMT. Now this does have, taking a look at the dial there, a blue dial, kind of like in a sunburst finish. And the bezel, it's not a ceramic bezel. It looks like a Hardlex, I believe it's a Hardlex bezel insert. No clicking when turning the bezel, which does feel a little strange. I'll say it's a different sensation than what I'm used to. But because there's no like indentation for the bezel to rest in, it does mean you will get pretty much a perfect bezel alignment, which is nice to see in comparison to, you know, Seiko's being notoriously misaligned. You do get on the glass that Cyclops lens. You can see there, it doesn't protrude too much, not as much as the King Turtle or the Batman, Rolex Batman, but it is there. Gives it kind of like the same aesthetic. red GMT hand. Applied indices. Now the case will be the familiar 5KX or SKX case. It's a non-screw down crown. Winds well. Polished sides, brushed lugs. That signature crown at the fore. Now, what drew me to this was the bracelet. So the bracelet, we get a Jubilee, or Seiko's version of a Jubilee bracelet. And it does have solid end links. So let's take a closer look. Fits well to the case, and it's rather nice when in comparison to Seiko's other bracelets. The clasp, stamped, fold over, micro adjust, and it does use push pins to adjust. Right, I'll adjust it and I'll get it on my wrist. On the wrist and ready to roll, here it is, the SSK003 on my 6.5 inch wrist. So you can see guys, that Jubilee style bracelet wraps really nicely around the wrist, nice and comfortable, no hot spots, but it does feel a little top heavy. Due to how thick that watch is, the watch head will feel heavy in comparison to the bracelet. So I can see that when moving it around, it does kind of want to like swing side to side due to the weight. So it's not completely balanced, but it is comfortable. Now, one thing I am excited for is comparing this watch to the Rolex Batgirl GMT, because as you can see there, both of these watches, they share similar designs. So this will be I think this will be a good comparison between an affordable option and the more expensive alternative, which I'll plan to do soon. Focusing back on the 5KX GMT here, I like the touch of that red. Makes it really legible from afar and adds a nice pop of color. The red contrasts really nicely against the blue and those dark colors. Here's a quick shot of the Lume, guys. Now keep in mind, the room I'm in, it's not completely dark. I do have my windows open, so there's a little bit of sunlight trickling in through the blinds. But as you can see there, Seiko Lume, I mean, they're not really going to disappoint. Seiko does have great Lume, so really legible in the dark, and it does last for quite a while. But a downside is the bezel there is not lumed, just the indices and hands. Taking a closer look at the bezel, you can really see how it differs from that traditional ceramic bezel insert. So below that hardlex, there's like this metallic sheen on the blue and the black. And in some lights, the whole bezel will look black, and in other situations, the other half will look blue in a metallic color. So it ties in quite well with that sunburst blue dial, and it's a very interesting effect, and it makes it very really flashy. So if you can see there, it reflects light quite well, catches light. So if you want to flash your watch, this could be an option. But if you're looking for something a bit under the radar, I don't know, it does attract quite a bit of light, especially with that Hardlex bezel insert. It just reflects light so much in combination with that crystal. Just look at that. Nice applied logo. Just a great looking watch overall. And I think this is a great alternative to the Rolex Batman or the Batgirl. Alright guys, once I spend more time with the watch, I will do a review and a comparison with the Rolex Batgirl will come out soon. See you in the next one.